Hey, and welcome back. Because you asked for it, today we're going to start playing Legacy of Kain all the way through. And we're going to start from the beginning with Blood Omen 1. Let's get into it. You might notice a small dip in how hard I go on the edit, just because there's a lot of game to get through. So we're just going to go. I'm going to talk about the series as a whole as we go. We'll just kind of chat about all kinds of stuff Legacy of Kain. We'll chat about the story. We'll chat about the voice acting. We will, and of course, we'll wander around and suck a lot of blood, because it's Legacy of Kain and that's what we do. Silicon Knights. Very few companies have gotten into bigger legal messes than Silicon Knights. Oh, man. Yeah, lots of great stories about that on the internet. If you want to know why you can't get Blood Omen on Steam, well, it's a big mess. I'd look it up. All right, let's start the new game.
There is a magical operation of maximum importance.
This is an Alistair. This is an Alistair
initiation of a new aeon.
This is an Alistair Crowley
when
quote.
It becomes necessary to utter a word, the whole planet must be bathed in blood.
All right. So, I love this opening. It is one of those great tropes of dropping you into a story and giving you no indication of what's going on. So, I love this though. This is Vorador's assault on the Seraphan after the Seraphans' assault on the vampires. Well, I should say Vorador's assault on the Circle for supporting the Seraphan. Important distinction to make. If we weren't doing this as a straight playthrough, I'd edit that out, but the pressure's on. I can't make mistakes. I love Vorador. He's my favorite. Aside from Kain Raziel and Janos. By the way, I got a new shirt. And yes, I did get that just for these playthroughs that we're going to be doing. But I'm not going to wear it the whole time. Feast on your corpses. He's the best. I love it. Oh, and here comes poor Malik. Man, few characters in any series I can think of have gotten thrown under the bus harder than Malik of the Seraphan.
You are hereby damned.
And he's part of the Circle, too, actually. So, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, when we get to Soul Reaver 2, we'll talk about that some more. Tony J. Such an amazing voice. Sad armor noises. Creak, creak. And another genius thing that this does is this does not tell us how much time has passed between these two events. And if you're curious, it's about 500 years between Vorador's assault on the Circle and then Ariel's murder.
The tavern's closing.
There's the man himself.
Best be on your way, stranger.
What? No mug of ale for a weary traveller from distant Corhagen? I can reward you well, for I am of noble blood.
I stay open for no man in these dark times. Things come with the night that no sane man would welcome.
And so I left, cold of heart and soul, forced to the road and the long, bitter night.
Okay, so the first part of this game, me and my friends just quoted relentlessly. Absolutely relentlessly. I stay open for no man in these dark times. Well, I'm going to have something for you later, so watch out. Oh no, it's the inciting incident. And completely blocked, can't get away. That's kind of the point.
End it. Now.
You can survive that assault, kind of. just doesn't progress the story at all if you do. But you can get a trophy.
They victors, suffering to the conquered.
Ironic.
Now I was the one suffering.
So many amazing voices in this series. I love it.
Physical pain, rather the cruel jab of impotent anger. The hunger for revenge. I didn't care if I was in heaven or hell. All I
Okay, so I have a theory about this
scene.
scene. I think it's not happening literally in a physical sense. This is happening in Kain's mind, and this is Mortanius creating a representation of what has happened to him.
And like a fool, I jumped at his offer.
I imagine Kain laying on a slab somewhere as Mortanius is actually doing the work to turn him into a vampire.
Not even revenge.
You will have the blood you hunger for.
And we're going to experience a lot of load times.
I
Don't
awoke
worry,
to the pain
I'm
of
gonna
a
cut
new
most of them out.
existence, in a dank womb of darkness and decay.
And we actually get to visit this location in Defiance, too. Switch. Here's most of the dungeon gameplay is just find the switch, flip the switch. But that's okay, because I love this game.
The sanctuary spell enables me to travel to my crypt, where the soil of my grave provides me respite. I often resort to this when I am weak and need nourishment.
Fun fact, I practically never use the sanctuary spell. Although I really should.
They've nicked us!
Okay, so if you're ever tired some night and you can't sleep, let me know, and I will record the story of where the term Ve Victus comes from.
Reputed to have been ripped from the chest of the greatest vampire to have ever existed, Janos Audron, the heart of darkness restores vampiric unlife. Life is precious, Janos discovered, as it was torn, throbbing and bleeding from his own body.
Helpless victims, I'm not doing a counter. Those are a lot of work.
This ancient vial bears with it a dark gift indeed, for with it my life force is increased.
Oh, nom, 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 nom.
These ancient symbols of power contain raw magical energy that increases my own capacity to summon energy for the spawning of spells.
So, one thing I love about this series, I mean, I love many things about this series, but one thing I really love about this series is how hard they go on the tutorial explanations for even just the tiniest things. It's so good. Monsters. Case in point.
Within the walls of these chambers I could find respite, and if I so chose, resume my journey when my weariness abated.
Yeah. Save point. Save. Oh yeah, we're gonna save. All right, back to it. Find our way out of the crypt.
The world had changed to my eyes. I had not expected such cruelty from the light.
That's me.
For in the embrace of the sun I could find no comfort, only malice. This would change in time for the worse, along with other things. When rainfall comes, vampires are wise to find shelter from its acidic touch.
That had to have been really disconcerting. to save. It's a full moon, and we will pay a lot more attention to the phases of the moon later on. That's the problem, is you have to start counting your sword swings so that you don't waste meals. So as we'll see later, Kain is not a fan of waste. There we go. I do love that you can drink blood from multiple victims at the same time. Okay, so these 3 switches we need to remember because there's a secret we can come back to later. There we go. Later, we're going to come back and hit that 3rd switch. There are so many secrets in this game. I've been playing for almost 30
These curious
years.
devices hurl bolts of whirling energy and eviscerate my human enemies by stripping ragged flesh from blood-stained bone.
Anyway, I've been playing for 30 years, and there's still secrets that I haven't come across yet that the community has found. There's a big one that we'll look at the end of this series. Yeah, Heart of Darkness. So, as you play at the beginning of the game, so the Heart of Darkness has a couple of different uses. So if you die, the Heart of Darkness can revive you automatically if you have them in your inventory. However, you can also use them to fill your blood vial. Now, I really don't recommend doing that until a little later in the game when they're a little less scarce, because we're going to come across a level where food is kind of hard to find. Ow. Exploding skeletons. Okay, we're gonna remember we've got things to look at here. Later we'll get a bit stronger. Yeah, nice. Always use more magic. Okay, it's very kind of them to put so many save points at the beginning, but I think we're okay. I think we'll make it. So just a quick note on the music. Steve Hennepin did an amazing job on this. To me now, the music feels so 90s, and that's probably just because that's when I played it for the first time, and that's when it was seared in my brain, but it feels so exemplary of its time. And I don't say that with anything but compliment, because it's, yeah, I love it.
Hunger and weakness are no bar to vengeance's call. I would find my slayers and send them back whence I came.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kill him, you bastard! If we put you down once, we could do it again.
What trickery is this?
Their sneering faces were forever etched upon my memory. I had crossed death for this moment. My mind was empty save for one thought. I would kill.
Yeah.
There is no greater release than that from vengeance sated. With my assassins dead, my quest was over.
Here's the joke again. That was fast. I've made that like 4 times now.
'Tis not over, Kain. These fools were merely the instruments of your murder, not the cause. Look to their masters, look to the pillars, and gain way to the fortress of the mind.
Dance, puppet, dance.
This was where the bloody deed of my murder took place.
Okay, lore-wise, we don't know a ton about Zigstrel. Here's the question. Townsfolk. Should I leave them alone, or should I eat them? I've got the perfect thing for this. Alright, so you might recognize this. This is the coin that I had made for the remake video. I think we should use this right now to decide if we're going to leave townsfolk alone or just be a horrible monster and eat them all. So, for Kain, we'll do horrible monster and eat them all. For Raziel, we'll do, not that, I guess. Alright, so let's see. It's Kain, we're gonna be a horrible monster and eat them all. Yeah. And we'll do a little bit of poking around too. See what all they got. Interesting they have these. Yep, I'm afraid you can't do much but inconvenience me now. Alright, hey, you. Yeah, I see you. We're gonna have something special for you later. Just you wait. In previous videos, I've thrown flays at him, but I've got something even better. By that I mean worse, in mind for him. Nope. Leave no witnesses. So yeah, because we're going to have to abide by the coin toss's outcome, we've got lots of... we're going to have to use a lot of our stuff to do that. Oh, this place is interesting. Again, people have these things just sitting around in their houses. Okay, so maybe I won't go through the whole town to get people, but I will just kind of, you know, get anyone in my...
Hey, Victor!
There we go. Okay, another big secret. We're going to have to remember to come back here later, because the biggest secret, the one that went undiscovered for 20 years until Reyna Audrin and her folks found it and shared it with the world. One of the things we have to do for that is here. Oh, another thing you don't want to do in this game is step into water. Don't do that.
The necromancer had offered me no warning as to what my resurrection would entail, and yet I must confess in my haste I had not sought one.
We've all been there.
Was his gift a curse? I would seek the pillars for an answer.
Another thing with the day-night cycle is, of course, you know, you have to still count your swings because it takes more during the day, because it's during the day you're weaker as a vampire. love his laugh so much.
Ve Victus!
So as we go, we will be going and, looking for some secrets, but for the most part, I'm going to wait till we have all the abilities we need before we go really secret hunting. That said, I will be poking around and trying to do as much as we can as we go, because it really does make a difference to get extra life and magic as you go. The jerks like these, for instance. Alright. Your secret weakness. Come up at a weird angle.
Ve Victus! Ve Victus! As daylight chases darkness, the vampire's power wanes.
As discussed.
Ve Victus! The pillars of Nosgoth. Even in life, few sights have moved me such as this. I marvel that such beauty should grace our dying world.
So here's a question. They're huge. They go all the way up into the sky. I would imagine, because he lives in Corhagen, which is not that far away, I'm sure he's seen these a million times. But maybe just not so close. We'll go with that. And here we go. Iconic.
Nupraptor, your madness has shattered our dreams and blinded you.
Keep your distance, or I'll send you back to hell, spirit!
He ain't afraid of no
There is
ghosts.
nothing left of me to fear, vampire. I'm only a shadow of my former self, Ariel, the balance of the Circle of Nine.
Played by Anna
Even
Gunn
so,
of Breaking Bad.
I can provide the answers you seek.
I seek only a cure.
There
About
is
that.
no cure for death, only release. You must destroy the sorcery that is now poisoning Nosgoth. Only then will you realize peace. The 9 of the Protectors of Hope were sworn to use their powers to preserve
So it's
our
interesting.
world.
We've never heard that term,
Now these
Protectors of
pillars
Hope,
have
again
been
in the series.
corrupted by a traitor. My murder at the hands of this beast drove my love Nupraptor mad. Now he spreads misery and pain among the Circle, crumbling the very foundation of Nosgoth. You must restore balance. You must right the pillars of Nosgoth.
I care not for the fate of this world.
Then for yourself, Kain. Beware the unspoken.
So yeah, as we see in Defiance,
Nupraptor, with his blind act of vengeance, threatened to destroy all of Nosgoth. Each Circle member was bonded to the pillar he served. The pillars reflected the mental state of their servants, and as the minds of the Circle degenerated and descended farther into dementia, the pillars crumbled. To restore them, each member of the Circle had to die, and the artifact that served as their link to the pillar had to be returned. Only when all the pillars were restored did Ariel claim my curse would end. And so, my hunt for Nupraptor began.
so the pillars are, of course, the linchpin to the whole story of Legacy of Kain. The series was originally called The Pillars of Nosgoth in early development. But, yeah, we learned so much about the pillars over the course of the other games, but still so many questions still remain. And as we play through these more, we'll talk about them more. But for now, let's go and see what the deal with each pillar is.
The Pillar of the Mind, The Pillar of Dimension.
Okay, so the Pillar of the Mind is Nupraptor's pillar, of course. Pillar of Dimension is Azimuth's pillar. Azimuth is the Dimension Guardian.
The Pillar of Conflict.
Malik is actually the Conflict Guardian.
The Pillar of Nature.
Bane, the goofiest of all of them, is the Nature Guardian.
The Pillar of Energy.
Dejul is the Energy Guardian.
The Pillar of Time.
Mobius is the Time Guardian. He's famously our delightful series secondary antagonist.
The Pillar of States.
Anakroth the Alchemist is the States Guardian, which I really like what they did with the pillar icons in later games because these are a little goofy.
The Pillar of Death.
Mortanius, of course, is the Guardian of Death.
The Pillar of Balance.
And Ariel was the former Balance Guardian. Who's the Balance Guardian now? Well, if you don't already know, it's Kain. It's going to be a bad surprise later. All right.
In bat form, I can travel great distances with ease. From my vantage in the heavens, no region of Nosgoth is forbidden to me.
Yeah, so I really like how Legacy of Kain does fast travel.
These beacons serve as landmarks during my flights in bat form. Once I have committed their locations to memory, I can always return.
Here, we'll just show off bat form really quick. And I should say I really like how Blood Omen 1 does fast travel. The other games don't really do fast travel. But then whenever you select one of the major locations to fly to, you get this fun little FMV. See, when I first saw this in 1997, it was just mind-blowing, right? Absolutely mind-blowing. The thing I loved about it was it is very reminiscent of, at least it reminded me a lot of Link to the Past. And my personal joke with the series, which you may have heard on other videos, is I like to think of these as Zelda with fangs. Although, to be fair, Zelda probably has aged a little bit better. Just being fair. All right, moving on. What is in here? As if I don't know. Save. Man, it's kind of dark in here. Sure wish there was something that could help with that.
Save Victus!
Oh, nice. Always look for the little patches of different colored light. They're very, very useful. The lighting in this game was really, really, really impressive for its time. I hear food. Hello?
Please, help me, kind sir.
The "Please help me, kind sir" was an also an iconic quote with me and my friends.
While it is true that natural light weakens a vampire, magical light can have many uses indeed.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay, now we can actually see. Exploding skeleton. Alright. This is another thing I really like about Blood Omen, is the ability to kind of zoom out. I'll usually leave it zoomed in because it kind of looks better on YouTube, but I like being able to see much more of the screen. Ow. And yeah, by the way, I do not do hitless runs. I'm much more of a face tank kind of guy.
Help me, kind sir!
I'd like to think it would have been really fun to record the helpless victim moans and screams. Honestly, I think it would have been really fun to do any voices for this. I would love to, you know, either direct some of these sessions or to even act in some. It would be really fun. My other videos I talk about some of my career in voice directing and something I have a real passion for, thanks to Legacy of Kain.
Please, help me, please,
More magic. So yeah, as we kind of work our way through this dungeon, let's think about kind of what's next for the channel. So the plan is I'm going to play through this and Soul Reaver 1, 2, and Defiance. I might do Blood Omen 2 if you make me, but we'll see. But yeah, we've also got some other Legacy of Kain stuff coming, and we're gonna talk about more of the other game series that we like to play. Destiny's not really into Legacy of Kain for reasons that we've explored previously, but she's gonna come back and talk some more about her stuff, and then we've got a big new show that we're really excited about. It is also really interesting to kind of see how the gameplay, the core gameplay of the series evolved. So Blood Omen 1, of course, bears a lot of resemblance to Link to the Past, of course, and then some other dungeon crawlers of the time. But as we get into Soul Reaver 1, you'll notice that has a ton of similarity to Ocarina of Time. And I don't know whether that's a case of convergent
Night
evolution
dawns,
or...
and with it, the vampire grows stronger.
Yeah, nighttime. Just kind of the way that the game industry was going, or if it took direct inspiration. Now, it couldn't have taken inspiration from a core level, because Ocarina of Time came out in 98, Soul Reaver came out in 99, and so by 98 would have been well underway. You know, the game industry, like every creative industry, is, you know, a massive, it's a massive pool of ideas. And some of those ideas happen in a vacuum, some of them happen because of each other. I like to think that we all benefit from it, though. Anyway, Soul Reaver 2 iterated on the Soul Reaver 1 formula. And, sorry, killed somebody's dog wolf thing. Iterated on that formula, but kind of became more linear. Which, you know, I really, really like the open, you know, the kind of wide, interconnected, semi-open world of Soul Reaver 1. I love that a lot. Soul Reaver 2 ended up being more linear, and then, of course, Blood Omen 2 and Defiance were chapter-based, and so there wasn't a lot of exploration happening, but exploration is one of my favorite elements in games, and Blood Omen 1 and Soul Reaver 1 are just... Nosgoth is so fun to explore in both of these games. Oh yeah. Here we go.
My lupine form enables me to move like lightning and leap over obstacles barring my path. But the guise of the wolf brings with it its own kind of hunger and rage.
Yeah. All right, let's get a little light in here. Now... Shapeshift. Form is so awesome. Come on, a werewolf that can suck blood? How cool is that? Of course, in a new game, I have my own ideas about how this form would work. Super awesome to see it again. All right, let's see where it spit us out. Wolf form, you can jump. Jump up ledges, you can jump over water. Get you to lots of hidden areas. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, so much for face tanking. I feel like that's the first time I've played this game in a long time where that guy didn't hit me a bunch of times. Teleport. Alright, that brings us back to the beginning. And get back on the road. Yeah, I'm sorry, this wolf wins. See, again, this is just total 90s music aesthetic here. I love it. Noctone. Working our way there. First, we are going to go over here because there is a Spirit Forge here. We haven't seen a Spirit Forge yet. They're cool. They're very useful. But we're going to trigger this bat beacon because we're going to want to come back here later. Jump down there. Nope.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraith and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Okay, so even though we're going to be conserving our Hearts of Darkness here, I do like to not leave a Spirit Forge almost dead, but we want to try to get a few more items if we can.
Shed your blood for me, and these artifacts will be yours.
This bears a slight resemblance to the symbol for the Spectral Realm in Soul Reaver.
So, you come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
Yes. Let's see, where did that leave us? Yeah, got us 10 flays. So, use 1 Heart of Darkness.
So,
And get some more.
Come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
Yeah, so that gives us 30. Woo! And we're going to use these a lot more later. But for now, we're just going to kind of hoard them. And I guess we'll use another Heart of Darkness. We'll fill up in town. All right, forms. There's so many quick select crosses that it's kind of hard to remember. But I actually wish there was one more for weapons, because once we start getting more weapons, we're going to have to switch quite frequently. And going into the pause menu, or not the pause menu, but going into the... that's right. But going into the item menu just takes forever.
Forged by the Cerioli, the legendary weapon masters of Nosgoth, this blade will serve me well in life and beyond.
But yeah, see, load times. I've cut a lot of them out because I don't want you to get bored. Let's fill up. Again, count our strikes. 2, nom nom nom. Nom nom nom. There we go. Yeah, you definitely have more strength as a werewolf, even during the day. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say Kain is the werewolf, it's just wolf. Brigands are so tasty. Alright, what do we got here? Alright, we're going to save. We're actually going to save this time. Okay, we're back to it. Let's get some flays out, just in case. We're still want to hoard them, but... Oh, yeah. Alright, we are going to use this because people are chucking things at us. Nice. Yeah, it's really, really easy to get worn down in... really easy to get worn down in this dungeon. So it's better to just use some of these flays we got than to... than to get too dead, you know.
The energy bolt employs magical force in its rawest form. A messy spell, but a potent one nonetheless.
Oh, yeah. Alright. Zooming out the camera really helps here. Diagonal. Not a secret weapon. Except they can use it too. Yeah, they can just rip your health down in this. You gotta be careful. More careful with me. I love the fly apart effect. It's so fun.
Please, help me, kind sir. Please, help me.
There we go. A lot of these puzzles are trial and error, which I don't want that. But, you know, of the time. These guys have swords on ropes. Ooh. Fly apart effect is even more fun on humans. Here we go. Yay! More life. More fuel for the face tanking. I could use that. That's it. Boom. There's a switch. All right, there's the energy bolt dungeon. The energy bolt dungeon. Yeah, I may seem perfectly polished in my other videos, but that's just the magic of editing. In real life, I'm not quite so polished. All right, so 3 strokes is what we want. Be quiet.
Bay Victor!
Oh yeah. Making our way to Nocturne. We're good and healthy. Alright, so again, we want to pay really careful attention to the phases of the moon. We're at a half moon now. But when the full moon comes around again, we might go looking at some doors that will otherwise be closed. Let's go check out this cave.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
See, the origin of the blood fountains would be kind of cool to explore.
Your strength has increased for our blood offenses.
Okay, so we're going to get this out of the way right now. What happens if you try to drink from a blood fountain again? This.
Do not be greedy, vampire. You have had your fill.
So yeah, if you, it's better to do that now, because if you try to do it from later blood fountains, it'll take off a full third, or I think I've seen even more of that, of your health come off. So yeah, better to get that out of the way now. Yeah, over there, yeah, we can see a moon door. There are actually several, as you can see in this area here. So there's one there, and there's one up there too, but that is open, but we're gonna have to either go through some water or break some things in order to get to it. Oh, oops. Voice line.
The village of Nachtholm was typical of Nosgoth peasantry. Yet amidst the farmers and smithies of the quiet country life prowled brigands and cut-purses.
I just love how in every line he has, his character just comes bursting through. Simon Templeman is amazing. Okay, so we can actually move these gray boulders now. We should probably, next time we get a bat beacon, we should go back to the crypt. This font, I love this font. And because our coin toss told us we're going to be a monster, we're going to go in and slaughter everybody. Oh, look what I can do now. Again, why do you have these behind the bar? And another pub. I saw a green switch, which is why I let it hit me so many times. I was just curious what that was. It was nothing, as it turns out. It seems like flay would be a highly dangerous object to just, keep in your house or behind the bar or whatever. I mean, that's just my opinion, but seems a little odd to me. Okay. The smithy. See, at least this font is somewhat setting appropriate. No one here to tell me off for stealing the flays. And yet another pub. That's three. 3 in one small, very small town. So far. It's a pub, but they've got a bed just right there.
Of all the methods I employ, this is perhaps the cruelest. Causing my victim's body to shrink on itself, crushing bones and rupturing organs till the pressure inside bursts the sack of fleshy skin, spraying its contents for all to see.
I love this game. Also, check this out. Yeah, folklore accurate vampire. Almost daytime. Is daytime. We'll see how the coin lands next time we on the next playthrough video, but this time we suck. Oh, do with that what you will. How's the shovel working for you, fella? So, okay, let's talk about the vampire purges in Nosgoth for a second. So, I guarantee you that if every vampire went around acting like I do in this game, those vampire purges would have been way more successful and would probably happen way earlier than even the Seraphim. However, my personal Legacy of Kain theory is that the vampires, not Kain, but like the descendants of the ancient vampires, would have had to have developed some kind of equilibrium with the communities that they preyed upon. Now, whether that meant a low population, so one or two vampires, who would feed on the, edges, the outskirts of society, or a larger population of vampires that were able to cut a deal with the communities that they lived by. Maybe that could have been trading for blood, trading blood, trading protection, trading services. I think that in order for vampires to have survived as a species, they would have had to either hide, which not all of them did, we know, or develop some kind of symbiotic relationship, whether it was, kind of that equitable trading relationship, or, being worshipped by humans at large. I think that there's lots of room to explore these ways that vampires could have coexisted with humanity up until the time of the fall of the Pillars. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And on to Stench Crow. Okay, so we do not have what we need to get by these yet, but do I have enough blood to just walk through the water? Not really. Ouch. Haha, I did it. Not really a sequence break, but, again, just face taking. I'm just gonna take it. Stonehenge. Definitely want to get Hearts of Darkness. No, we need the blood, so we'll get it. I know that this was a big secret secrets. But we need all the Hearts of Darkness we can get before an upcoming level.
At times, my magic extends into very exotic disciplines, such as the manipulation of time. I am able to slow time down so I can move about, quick as a wolf, while all others move as though they were mired in mud.
This is one that I'm actually not really good at using all that much. I just, it's one of those that I have it and I completely forget that I have it. But we're gonna try to use that some more. I love that Energy Bolt has just a little bit more range than their projectiles. Super nice. Nice. And I wish I could remember the Spinal Tap Stonehenge song. Okay. Now, just for fun, we're going to go over to our status. Secrets, 4 out of 100. Woo, that was, this was a secret. But we're going to be keeping our eye out for those. I don't know if I'm going to 100% this, but we'll see. All right, is there anything else here that we can get? Other than this big magic one, which I'll save because I just don't need it right now. Push, push, push. And we'll wander the shore a little bit, dangerous as it is. Nothing here for us right now. Oh, crap. Maximum effort. Okay.
The blood of ages flows so sweet. Come, drink from us.
Yeah.
The rain will do you no harm, for our blood preserves.
Excellent. So yeah, now we can go out in the rain and not be slowly whittled down in health. Not that it's been a huge problem to this point, but it's nice. Oops. Yeah. That is my issue with Blood Omen 1, is it just takes forever to get anything done, you know? Okay, let's look at the surrounding area. There's the town. Ah, there's a bat beacon over here. And we want to go check out some stuff in the crypt, so we're going to go trigger the bat beacon and then go back to the crypt. Alright. Definitely not strong enough to push this boulder yet. And I just don't want to deal with this guy right now. Alright, good. We've got our bat beacon. So, let's use our Sanctuary spell, which I practically never used before, and go see if we can get some more secrets in the crypt. There he goes. a good day, babe. Love you. See you tonight. Bye. Alright, we're back in Kain's crypt. There's Mausoleum, I should say. Ghost enemies move much slower, and you can actually drain them for magic as long as you don't kill them too fast. Helpless victims too. Yeah, the presence of spirits and spectral energy in Legacy of Kain is very, very well established by now. And later on, when we get another form, we're going to do a lot more exploring around here. So Defiance, if you don't know yet, does revisit a lot of Blood Omen 1 areas, which is really cool that it does that. It's cool that it calls it back. But this is one of them. No, it's not Zelda. You can't break pots. So sad. Really wish we could get omnidirectional movement controls. Again, we're going to remember that other switch for later. Let's face tank some. So, that is an interesting thing, is when you get hit by a ghost, it doesn't drain your blood, but it does drain your magic. It's another interesting mechanic that we just don't really see repeated elsewhere. Nothing. But that's just because we've already been there. Okay, what's under here? Switch. Another switch. What did that open? Ah, nice. Alright, so the door opened. Ah, right here. Here we go. Yeah, nice.
A medley of death and evisceration. Let fate choose my enemy's demise.
The Pentalich of Tarot. Let's try it. Let's see what it does. Nice. They explode. Oh no. Okay. Well, we're gonna go out, come back in, and reset the boulders. The items are great, but I love dialogue, so I want that dialogue line. Ah, the blood script. So this is actually based on the Futhark font, which, if you go watch the Blood Omen 1 Hardest Dialogue compilation that I made, I actually rebuilt the intro to the game, but I used the blood script for that because the old 90s bloody script, I felt like, I don't know, could use an update. All right, how many secrets did that count as? That was a single secret. Yay. So you probably noticed trophies aren't popping in this. That's because I already have platinum in this. All right, I feel like there was one more boulder here. So we're going to go find that. Yep, there we go. What did that open? All right, let's get back on the road. To the Bat Beacon. So these guys take 7 swings. Also, one thing I love is if you look in the top right corner of the UI, when you swing.
Bay Victor! Bay Victor!
I do love the HUD in this. It's so 90s. It was actually pretty conservative for the 90s. If you look at like Fallout's HUD and some other HUDs. But I still love it. We'd have to rethink it if there was a Blood Omen remake today.
The town of Stench Crow bore with it the infamous aroma of its inhabitants. In life, I would not have graced the place with my presence. In death, I merely added to the stench.
Get it? It smells. Stench Crow, I mean, come on. I wonder what kind of establishment this could be. Oh, I know. It's a mattress showroom. There we go. Come in and look at mattresses, and that's all they do here. I'm sure of it.
Bay Victor!
Okay, so here's a place we can get to. We just don't have what we need to get there yet. And okay, well, yeah, it just comes right out and says what it is. But no, we'll keep saying it's a mattress showroom. It's very much so. Sorry, is respect. as as much respect as I might have for your profession, the coin told me I had to be a monster. So. Oh. So, yeah, maybe not the most reputable of mattress showrooms. Yeah, you're all released. Help, it says. What else have we here? Uploads, nice. This guy's just trying to mind his own business. Sorry, fella. The coin made me do it. More flays, they all... Don't you know this is a very dangerous thing to keep around? But there's something else here, too. Yeah.
One must be wary in dealing with the spirit forges. The wraith and shades that inhabit them offer items beyond mortal dreams in exchange for a sampling of your blood. The wraithsmiths forge their items with forfeit souls.
Shed your blood for me, and these artifacts will be yours.
Okie dokie.
So, you come to the Spirit Forge for help, do you, vampire? Trade your secrets for the blood of the dead, I will.
Alright, what did we get? Ah, implodes. Nice. Alright, we're gonna not load up on implodes quite yet. We are gonna want to use them in a little bit here, but I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to go through too much blood right now, because I got a bit of a fight between the next couple of places. We're gonna go back into Stench Crow because we've got a little bit more experience. Yay, refill time. I think I can't get you, huh? Well then, let's see about that. Get behind here.
This lunatic was delighted to see me. Perhaps his madness would reveal a greater truth.
The bastards in Stench Crow shun me as Nosgoth shuns them. I know what it means to be an outsider, vampire. I fear you not. But remember this, there are others who will speak to you, so long as you know how to look.
Clever play on words there, given the ability we're going to get here soon. Okay, we've been there. This cave over here we'll explore later. We don't have the ability to fully explore it just yet. Energy Bolt is great for softening enemies up. And blowing them apart. Vasserbund is next. Okay, lots of Hearts of Darkness here. We do not have that ability yet.
The gypsies, purveyors of distrust and superstition. Most of their babble should be taken with a pinch of salt, since the gypsies often tinker with weary travelers' minds. However, a few gypsies have something interesting to say.
Older game, older stereotypes.
The gypsies,
Nope.
purveyors of distrust and superstition. Most of their babble should be taken with a pinch of salt, since the gypsies often tinker with weary travelers' minds. However, a few gypsies have something interesting to say.
All right.
There are benefits to traveling beneath a human guise. The threat to my person is lessened, and much information can be gleaned. However, the illusion is flimsy, and any act of aggression on my part can break the spell.
Okay, so this one is really, really... I love this power, and it's interesting to use, and it's important to remember. This is another one that you need to remember that you have, because this is the way you're going to get, some interesting dialogue from a lot of the NPCs. Does drain magic though, so got to keep an eye on that.
Something is amiss. The wagons from Avernus just never turned up.
Something going on in Avernus, huh? I guess we'll find that out later. As if I don't know. Avernus is not a great city. You don't want to be in Avernus. You don't want to be in Avernus right now. I could use a bit of a magic refill. I'm curious, how many times can I do that? Let's find out. As many times as I can endure the load times, I guess. Oh, wait a second. He was dead just a second ago. That's interesting.
Vasserbund lay, its glory now stained and faded, a faithful child in the looming shadow of Nupraptor's retreat.
Love it. Let's go see what folks have to say.
Something's not right. The pilgrims go in, but I ain't never seen one come out.
Dun dun dun.
Nupraptor's keep lay west of Vasserbund. I would seek to cut the cancer from its heart.
Such a cool design. I love it.
Nupraptor had servants. One day, one escaped the keep and stumbled into our village. Mad he was, and his skin and hair white as a sheet, scared out of his wits.
So, yeah, sounds like Nupraptors isn't really a great place to visit.
There used to be a vampire living there. Before the Saravan hunted and killed him, they say he screamed 80 days and nights before he died. He vowed vengeance, he did.
Ah, a bit of Janos lore. That's completely incorrect. That's okay, that's how legend works. Alright, let's get some more lines.
Beware, stranger. There was another vampire attack last night.
I have no idea who that could have been. It totally wasn't me.
Good day to you.
To the point.
The king's heart pines for his daughter. Someone stole her soul, you know.
And we'll talk about that when we get there.
The nights can get very cold around here, stranger. I can help you get through it.
Yes, a new mattress is exactly what I need for that.
Good day to you.
All right. Thanks for your perspectives, everybody. Now I will have your blood. Nom nom nom. I respect the self-defense initiative here. We'll put our filthy peasant disguise back on.
Nupraptor had servants. One day, one escaped the keep and stumbled into our village. Mad he was, and his skin and hair white as a sheet, scared out of his wits.
So Vasserbund is a fairly big place. Captain Bitter's suds. Big secret tied here, but we'll come back to that at the end of the game.
It's not safe around here anymore. Damned brigands and thieves in the wilderness.
Yeah.
A drink for your trouble, sir?
Ouch! Hands off, you ugly oaf. The nights can get very cold around here, stranger. I can help you get through it.
A drink for your trouble, sir?
All right.
Beware, stranger. There was another vampire attack last night.
Last night, huh? All right. Oh, oops. I have no idea. Vampire? I have no idea what you're talking about. Whole house full of hops. Ah, Kain's hometown. Love the fonts. So fun. Loads. Is there anything back here? Nope. All right, so we're not gonna go to. Oh, crap. start using some of these. Yeah, we'll do that and let our magic recover just a little bit. Village smithy. Okay. You're gonna need to come back here. Mace.
Should this object strike an enemy, rot and decay would instantly eat their flesh and leave only a pool of blood and tissue. For a time after, the toxins are still active and therefore lethal to the touch.
Oh, such great items in this. Alright, let's see if we can at least get out of here without too much more violence. Who am I kidding?
That lunatic on the hill! It's not right that we good people have to put up with his magic. Something has to be done!
Well, good for you. I'm on my way for that. I haven't heard that line before. That was great. Yet another smithy. Uh-oh. Here they all come. I'm doing a lot better with the face tanking than I have on previous playthroughs. I will say that much. Oh yeah. Thank you, sleeping victims. Thanks.
The wind carried screams from the west. I couldn't help but smile. Someone else in this world was suffering more than I.
Okay, we're gonna use a different item for these guys here. Yeah. It's really handy when they bunch up. Boom, splat. Okay, we need to remember to come back here. Lots of stuff we need to do once we get the mace. I'll be at the beginning of the next chapter. Yeah, if you use your items and don't hoard them, it makes your life so much easier. Your own life, that is. Ba-boom. Yes. Okay. So close to Nupraptors.
The gaping maw of Nupraptor's retreat rained upon Nosgoth all his pain and misery. The disease begged to be cleansed.
Now here's the thing, you don't always have to kill all the enemies. It's just sometimes it's easier just to get through unhit, but get a t-shirt that says Om Nom Nom on it, if I keep saying that. Yeah, the slow times will start using inside the dungeon, I think. Alright, we're definitely going to save here. Here we go. Okay, let's actually go to the item screen, and we're going to... Okay, we do...
Play. The Heart of Darkness.
Okay, good. Here and there.
The mentalist Nupraptor was renowned through Nosgoth for his tricks of the mind, telepathy, and telekinesis. Pilgrims traveled from all across the land seeking the comfort of his lies. I sought not his wisdom, but his life.
Exploding blob things. Go. And just to make things a little bit easier, we'll cast some light. Get some energy bolt. Jump for the swinging axe things. The right way to do this is in with... So, the background track, music track for Nupraptors is probably my favorite in all of Blood Omen 1. The background. Stop for a second so that you can listen to it, but yeah, that's Ariel in the background. Again, face tanking is a legitimate strategy. Very kind to give us exactly what we need on the switch. And this is true of a lot of video games, but I feel like this place looks like it smells disgusting. So many helpless victims here. I'm not complaining.
You dare intrude upon my sanctuary? Can I not mourn in peace? Leave, leave, and let my solitude be complete.
There he is. Make it a little easier to see these guys for you. Got to count my strokes on these guys. Most of these, it's go 2 out of 3. That's probably the solution, but it's not like trial and error takes forever, so it's not the worst.
You are lost in you cannot see what will become I see only
Save Victor!
There we go. Push some chairs just to see if there's anything underneath them.
I came upon one of Nupraptor's serving girls, catatonic with fear, choking out half words through bloodied, broken teeth. Although tempted by hunger, I stayed my hand, allowing her to tell her story. She spoke of her lord Nupraptor, driven to insanity by the brutal slaying of his beloved Ariel. She spoke of his self-mutilation, sewing his eyes and lips shut to deny the outside world. Fueled by despair and hopelessness, he turned his magic on the circle, infecting their minds with his madness. Nupraptor cared for nothing now, save his pathetic self-pity. Scars such as hers would never heal. Death would only be a mercy.
Okay, so I guess we'll use the coin again. All right, so let's say Kain, we leave her alone because that would be really cruel. And Raziel, we drain her for mercy. It's Raziel. Okay. Mercy it is. Hide zombie pipe.
The cretin squandered life and left it seeping on the floor. Such waste was a travesty. Perhaps Nupraptor needed to be taught a lesson as to the value of blood.
Oh, please, help me, kind girl!
See? Kain abhors waste. Or at least a ridiculous amount of waste like this. Hallway fight. Except we can't see it. Brain. Massive brain. Okay. Let's collect these things. And then let's go from here. There are 4 rooms. And we'll just work our way around the room. Switch. Man, what a waste of a painting to put a switch there. Okay, and then this one. Ah, okay. So we have to follow the light. There we go. So you have to walk on the diamonds till you find the switch. Do. There we go. Yay, we made it through. All right. So now, okay, so this torch is lit. So now we go to this one. What's in here, I wonder? Alright. So I'd like to see you. Like for you. Okay. So lore-wise, I'm guessing, I would say, these are representations of Nupraptor's madness that he is putting Kain through for video game dungeon purposes. Ooh, yeah.
When conjured, the energy bank permits me access to mass amounts of magical energy for a brief period of time. However, when the moment passes, I will be drained of all magic, unable to cast even the simplest of spells.
So energy bank becomes really, really useful later after you get more spells, more powerful spells, and an item that's actually powered by magic. And if you don't already know what that is, it's the Soul Reaver. At least they're easy. Oh yeah, perfect positioning there. Yeah, I'm kind of hesitant to try to put too much lore, too much of a lore explanation into any gameplay elements in Blood Omen 1 because it was the mid-90s, you know, and while you can tell that they're having a lot of fun with environmental storytelling, it's the environmental lore is not quite as deep as, like, you know, Dark Souls or Elden Ring would be today. So that's you know, when there's a lore implication, I really do like to explore it, but sometimes, you know, a video game is just going to be a video game. Oh, we are going to need wolf form here. Slowly along the path here. And back to wolf form. Boom, and that's a spike room. Is that all of them? Sure is. So now let's go to the upper levels.
Bay Victus! Bay Victus!
Okay, that room's not open yet. Ah, yep.
Bay Victus!
Plays. Can't get in there yet, so we'll go out here to the face of the skull. Just a view of Nosgoth as it actually appears.
You are lost.
What's on the other side?
You cannot see my plight. You have so shut your eyes. What will become of? I see only damnation.
I'll let Ariel talk for a second there.
From the depths of the retreat's eye sockets, I viewed Nosgoth in a different fashion. The glass seemed to warp the image and taint the color. As if Nosgoth needed assistance in making its corruption apparent.
I just love Kain's sardonic sense of humor. I love it so much. All right, let's see what... Okay, I have to admit, I find the fact that there's a font of putrescence in the skull's nose hilarious. But, fun bit of knowledge, for those of you who have played Soul Reaver 1, but maybe haven't explored the whole thing, you can actually find the ruins of Nupraptor's retreat in Soul Reaver 1. It's a secret area with a glyph with a glyph shrine hidden in it. And we will definitely explore that when we play it. Here we go. Save. Cut this. And we're back.
So, Malik, have you come to fail the circle once more? Leave, Paladin. I do not need your protection.
Come, Kain. Come, share my pain.
Okay, Nupraptor, here we go. Are these all statues of Ariel, I wonder? Maybe. I would imagine so. But then again, going back to what I said about environmental storytelling, kind of there sometimes, and sometimes art assets are just art assets.
So, this was the mentalist Nupraptor, this broken, pathetic little man. Yet crippled as he was, he would not yield without battle. Very well, old fool. If it is death you seek, I will not deny you.
Here we go. All right, so the boss fights in Blood Omen they're okay. You know, I mean, they're not the best thing ever, but they are some puzzle bosses. And this one, you just have to make your way carefully through Nupraptor's purple balls. I stand by my choice of words. Just patience.
Brave Victus!
Spikes. Ow. Energy bolt doesn't really work. Not through the balls anyway. Wait till the skulls stop. And off with his head.
Perhaps the head of her beloved will convince Ariel that I have accomplished my task.
Dun dun dun. Oh, apparently there's a spike pit right behind his body. Okay, this is one of my favorite item descriptions in the whole series, so we need to go take a look at it.
Nupraptor's head. Alas, poor Nupraptor, I knew him well. Well, not really.
Oh, the thing is, I feel like the humor in Legacy of Kain is underappreciated. Granted, most of the jokes come from Kain, but and it is a very, very serious series. But when the humor's there, it's just perfect. I love it. Also, if you want to play a drinking game, drink every time I say I love it. Maybe don't do that. You'll probably go to the hospital.
The mace is amongst my most useful of weapons, for it merely stuns my victims, allowing me ample time to feed.
Okay, and here's where we get into having to switch weapons. Ugh, so many times. But the mace is incredibly useful.
Spiked mace.
And it's probably one of the most useful, if not the most useful weapon in the game. Yay, blood. And bet. Now we go to see Ariel. And tell her the poor, unfortunate news of her beloved. I mean, she's one who told us to do it, so. Can we skip? Ah, we can skip. We've seen it once already, so we'll skip.
I placed Nupraptor's head before the Pillar of the Mind, and watched on as it dissolved into the stone. The pillar accepted its offering. Thus, it was restored.
Nupraptor was but the genesis. Forever tainted by his madness, the circle was beyond redemption. For them, absolution lay only in death. In me, they would find their deliverance. But first I had to defeat their shepherd. Malek, defender of the Nine, lay in a keep to the far north, past Vasserbund. It was time for me to test the wrath of the Pillar of Conflict.
Death in the circle breathes life to the pillars. For every pillar there is a token. Only with these shall they be restored. But to reach a warrior, you must first breach his ward. Find Malek and destroy him. Only then will the circle fall.
Okay, so here's an interesting question that I've heard before. So, Pillar Guardians are chosen from birth. We know this from later in the series. And as Kain goes and kills the Pillar Guardians, a question that I've heard asked is why aren't new Pillar Guardians born as Kain is killing the old ones? Well, the reason for that is because of the corruption of the pillars. Because all 9 of the pillars were corrupted, and because the Balance Guardian is still tied there, well, so we think, until the Pillar of Balance is restored, no new Guardians can be born. So that's kind of how that works. The way the pillars work are explained several different times, and they change several different times over the course of the series. But every so often we'll talk about them. Let's see if Ariel has anything else to say. She does not. Okay, that's it for our playthrough of Blood Omen for this time. We've beaten Nupraptor. Next time, we're going after Malek. But we're going to go and break some rocks and find some secrets on the next chapter. So thanks for watching, and if you like what you see and want to see more, do the things.
Wow.